Imagine waking up every day with a sense of calm and control over the fears that once held you back. What if I told you that the power to transform your fear into strength lies within a shift in perspective? As Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In today's fast-paced world, fear is a constant companion, often lurking in the shadows of our minds, waiting to pounce when we least expect it. It can sap our energy, cloud our judgment, and prevent us from reaching our full potential. But what if there was a way to tame this beast through the lens of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that offers profound insights into the human experience? We can learn to understand and overcome fear. Stoic teachings emphasize the importance of focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot, a practice that can liberate us from the shackles of fear. Have you ever felt paralyzed by the thought of failure or consumed by the fear of the unknown? These are common feelings, yet through the wisdom of the Stoics, we can find a pathway to peace and resilience. In this video, we will delve into principles like the Dichotomy of Control, Premeditatio Malorum, and Amma Fati. Each offers practical tools and insights to help you shift your perspective, turning fear into a catalyst for growth and transformation. By the end of our journey, you'll be equipped with the knowledge to harness the power of your mind and face fears with newfound courage. Join us as we explore how these age-old teachings can illuminate our path in the modern world, offering clarity and strength in uncertain times. Now turning to the dichotomy of control, we find ourselves standing at the edge of a cliff, gripped by fear of the unknown. This scenario perfectly exemplifies the Stoic principle derived from Epictetus's teachings, highlighting a crucial distinction: some things are up to us and some are not. This wisdom invites us to discern between what lies within our control and what does not. Imagine the liberating power of focusing only on what you can change while releasing your grip on the rest. The dichotomy of control urges us to concentrate our energies on our internal states, our thoughts, emotions, and reactions. These are aspects firmly within our grasp. External events like others' opinions or the twists of fate remain beyond our influence. While relinquishing control over these outside factors may initially seem daunting, it ultimately leads to profound inner peace. By focusing on what we can control, fear begins to dissipate as we channel our energy into constructive actions and decisions. Consider the example of job uncertainty, a modern scenario that many face. Instead of being consumed by what might happen, focus on refining your skills, enhancing your qualifications, and preparing for potential opportunities. Epictetus himself often spoke about personal resilience, showing how this principle guided him through life's challenges. He urged his followers to understand that fear often arises from trying to control the uncontrollable. This perspective shift transforms fear into a more manageable entity. Reflect for a moment. What fears in your life stem from a futile attempt to control something beyond your reach? Recognize these moments and shift your focus to what you truly can affect. By doing so, you're not just moving away from fear, you're also stepping toward empowerment and clarity. Embracing the dichotomy of control equips you with a tool to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence and composure. As we delve deeper into Stoic wisdom, we continue to unveil practical insights to help transform fear into a pathway for growth and empowerment. As the next challenge unfolds, we delve into the transformative practice of Premeditatio Malorum, or the premeditation of evils. Picture this. You are about to take on a daunting task, whether it's an important presentation or a significant life decision. Instead of entering the situation blind to potential pitfalls, imagine yourself calmly prepared, having already visualized the worst-case scenarios. This is the heart of Premeditatio Malorum, a Stoic exercise that equips us to face the unknown with composed resilience. Seneca wisely noted that the unexpected frightens us more, and it is this wisdom that underpins Premeditatio Malorum. By envisioning possible adversities before they occur, we dilute their emotional impact. This practice doesn't mean courting negativity, but rather taking control of fear by rehearsing our responses to potential challenges. By doing so, we gain a sense of preparedness that offsets anxiety and fosters clarity. How does one incorporate this practice into daily life? Begin by setting aside time to reflect on forthcoming events that induce apprehension. Imagine different scenarios where things might not go as planned. For instance, if you're preparing for a public speech, envisage stumbling over words or losing track of your points. By picturing these outcomes, you can devise strategies to counteract them, like taking a deep breath to regain composure or having notes on hand to refer back to. Real-life examples abound, highlighting the power of this mental exercise. Consider a seasoned athlete who routinely visualizes every possible play, including mistakes and setbacks, to build resilience against performance anxiety. Or a public speaker who mentally rehearses crowd reactions, ensuring they're ready to handle any situation with measured calm. These figures illustrate how Premeditatio Malorum not only steels the mind for potential setbacks but also sharpens responses, transforming fear into an ally rather than an adversary. Now reflect for a moment. Is there a fear in your life that overwhelms you precisely because it feels uncharted? Contemplate this fear and experiment with Premeditatio Malorum. Picture the outcomes, both likely and remote, and think about how you would handle each one. This foresight transforms fear into a familiar territory, reducing its power over you. As you incorporate this Stoic practice, you gradually shift from dread to empowerment, equipped not only to face life's uncertainties but to thrive beyond them. Moving forward, imagine an artist at work, delicately applying brushstrokes to a canvas. Each brushstroke, whether deliberate or accidental, contributes to the evolving masterpiece. This artist embodies the concept of Amma Fati, a Stoic principle that teaches us to embrace everything that life presents with acceptance and love, even the challenges and mistakes. Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher, famously stated, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." This quote perfectly encapsulates the essence of Amma Fati, urging us to treat each event, especially the difficult ones, as fuel for our growth and resilience. By adopting this mindset, we start to see challenges and fears not as obstacles but as opportunities for learning and personal development. Embracing Amma Fati involves a radical acceptance of life in its entirety, acknowledging that every experience, whether joyful or painful, contributes to our unique journey. This philosophy encourages us to let go of resistance and to find purpose and beauty in our circumstances, transforming fear into a catalyst for growth. Think of historical figures like Thomas Edison, who famously remarked after countless failed experiments that he hadn't failed, but rather discovered numerous ways that didn't work. Edison's embrace of failure as part of his fate propelled him to monumental success. By accepting each setback as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block, he harnessed the power of Amma Fati to innovate and inspire. Now consider how your own perspective on fear could change if you approached each challenge with this mindset. What if, instead of dreading the unknown, you welcomed every event as an opportunity to learn and grow? How might your life transform if you saw each fear as a chance to cultivate strength and resilience? As you ponder these questions, remember that embracing Amma Fati means looking at life as a series of brushstrokes on your canvas, each integral to the masterpiece of your existence. By viewing your journey through this lens, you not only diminish the hold of fear, but also empower yourself to thrive amidst life's uncertainties. This profound acceptance and love for your fate pave the way for unparalleled growth and fulfillment, allowing you to transform every fear into a unique opportunity for personal evolution. Now turning to the insightful Stoic principle of Memento Mori, imagine a clock ticking steadily in the silence, each tick a reminder that life is finite. This principle, which translates to remember mortality, encourages us to reflect on the impermanence of life. In doing so, it instills a sense of urgency and clarity about what truly matters. The renowned Stoic philosopher Seneca urged us with his words, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life." This perspective is not meant to evoke fear, but to dispel it by realigning our focus away from trivial concerns and towards meaningful pursuits. By understanding that our time is limited, we begin to prioritize relationships, passions, and goals that genuinely enrich our lives. Reflecting on mortality on a daily basis can dramatically shift our mindset and reduce the power of fears that seem daunting but are ultimately inconsequential. This awareness serves as a compass, guiding us to invest our energy in what is truly important. Imagine the lives of soldiers or emergency responders. For them, the reality of life's fragility is a constant companion. This awareness sharpens their focus and fortifies their resolve, allowing them to confront fear with unparalleled courage and determination. Consider how your own fears might transform with this mindset. What trivial worries might fall away if you knew your time was truly precious? How might you reallocate your attention toward goals that align with your deepest values and desires? By contemplating Memento Mori, you gain the power to sift through the noise and center your life around what brings fulfillment and joy, rather than being swayed by fleeting fears. As you ponder these ideas, remember that embracing the inevitability of mortality can redefine your priorities and diminish the hold of fear. It allows you to live more authentically, making conscious decisions that reflect your true self. By accepting the transient nature of our existence, you cultivate a profound gratitude for each day and harness every moment as an opportunity for growth and connection. Let this principle guide you to live a life of intention, where every action is a step toward enriching your journey with purpose and love. Moving forward to the empowering Stoic practice of cognitive reframing, picture yourself looking at a stormy sky. Instead of seeing chaos, imagine seeing a masterpiece painted by nature. This shift in perception is at the heart of cognitive reframing, a practice derived from Stoic teachings that encourages us to alter our perspective on fear-inducing situations. Epictetus wisely observed, "It is not things themselves that disturb people, but their judgments about these things." This insight highlights how our interpretation of events, rather than the events themselves, often fuels our emotional responses. By reframing our thoughts, we can transform fear into a catalyst for growth and resilience. Cognitive reframing involves intentionally adjusting your internal dialogue from fear-driven narratives to more empowering ones. Begin by identifying a fear or a challenging situation you face. Once pinpointed, question the assumptions and beliefs underlying this fear. Are they based on reality, or are they distorted by past experiences or societal conditioning? Next, seek alternative perspectives that see the situation not as a threat but as an opportunity. This exercise requires practice and mindfulness, but over time, it can shift emotional responses, replacing fear with courage and creativity. In the world of sports and public life, many have successfully reframed setbacks into stepping stones. Consider a public figure like Michael Jordan, who reframed his numerous setbacks into opportunities to refine his skills and build a legacy. His mindset shift transformed what could have been perceived as failure into a pathway to unprecedented success. Embracing this practice, imagine how you might reframe a personal fear. Could a fear of failure be viewed instead as a chance to learn and grow? Could uncertainty become a canvas for new possibilities? By adopting cognitive reframing, you empower yourself to see beyond immediate fears and uncover underlying opportunities for self-improvement and achievement. This practice encourages you to challenge ingrained thought patterns and embrace a more expansive view of the challenges before you. As you explore cognitive reframing, think about a fear that you encounter in your life. How can you adjust your internal dialogue to see this fear from a different angle? Reflect on the emotions tied to this fear and consider how altering your perspective might transform them. By doing so, you unlock the potential to move beyond the limitations of fear and toward a life enriched by courage, creativity, and the conviction to see possibilities where others see obstacles. Now turning to the Stoic insight of voluntary discomfort, picture yourself training in harsh conditions, preparing your mind to withstand future challenges with strength and resilience. Voluntary discomfort is a Stoic exercise that involves willingly stepping into hardship, fostering resilience and reducing fear. Seneca, a revered Stoic philosopher, famously endured cold to toughen himself against nature's harshness. His practice demonstrates how intentional exposure to discomfort can fortify both body and mind, creating a buffer against life's inevitable adversities. By consciously choosing to venture beyond the comfort zone, we gradually weaken fear's grip. Discomfort becomes a familiar companion rather than a dreaded adversary. This approach encourages us to take proactive steps, molding our response to challenges rather than being controlled by fear. To incorporate voluntary discomfort into everyday life, consider simple practices like fasting, which heightens awareness and appreciation for our daily sustenance, or taking cold showers to build mental toughness and invigorate the spirit. Even small acts of discomfort can chip away at the walls of fear, transforming our perception of what is truly daunting. In the world of athletics, many have embraced voluntary discomfort to hone their craft and elevate their performance. Take an elite athlete who trains in the pouring rain or chilly morning air, using the elements as a tool to sharpen focus and endurance. Or consider an entrepreneur who intentionally takes on challenging projects outside their expertise, viewing each venture as an opportunity to learn and grow. These individuals understand that voluntary discomfort is not about seeking pain for its sake, but rather cultivating resilience and adaptability. Now, reflect on how embracing discomfort might lessen fear in your own life. Are there situations where stepping into discomfort could offer growth? Perhaps you fear public speaking. By volunteering for small speaking opportunities, you incrementally build confidence and familiarity, slowly eroding the fear. Or if uncertainty around decision-making paralyzes you, try making everyday choices more quickly to lessen hesitation over time. By engaging in voluntary discomfort, you challenge the status quo, exploring untapped potential within yourself. As you ponder this practice, consider the areas in your life where embracing discomfort might actually empower you to move beyond fear. By doing so, you align with the Stoic mindset of resilience, transforming obstacles into opportunities for personal growth and mastery over fear itself. As the next phase of our journey unfolds, we delve into the Stoic principle of accepting impermanence. Imagine a flower in full bloom, vibrant and alive, only to wither away, marking the beautiful cycle of nature. Every stage of this flower's existence is crucial and natural, just as every phase of our lives is part of a larger cycle. In this way, Stoicism teaches us that change is a constant and natural process, and by accepting this, we can reduce our fears of loss and the unknown. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher, wisely noted, "The universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it." This insight encourages us to shape our thoughts to embrace the inevitable changes around us, rather than resist them. By understanding that nothing remains the same forever, we find peace in uncertainty. Accepting impermanence not only helps us cope with loss, but also enables us to appreciate the present more fully. This principle is crucial when it comes to relationships, possessions, and even our health. In relationships, recognizing that people change and grow allows us to value each moment without clinging to the past. When it comes to possessions, understanding their temporary nature can lead to a healthier detachment, appreciating what we have without fear of losing it. The same applies to our health. Acknowledging that our physical state will change with time can motivate us to treasure our well-being in the present. Let us consider historical figures who mastered the art of embracing change. One such leader was the Roman Emperor Augustus, who skillfully navigated the complexities of a changing political landscape by adapting his strategies to the evolving empire, securing his rule for decades. His ability to accept and respond to change defined his success and left a lasting legacy. Reflect on how accepting impermanence might ease your fears. Are there areas in your life where resistance to change holds you back? By adjusting your mindset to welcome change as an opportunity for growth, you might find a release from the hold fear has on you. In what ways could embracing this Stoic principle transform your view of what it means to live in an ever-changing world? Now turning to an invaluable Stoic practice, let us explore the art of journaling for self-reflection. Picture this: you are seated at a quiet table, a candle flickering softly nearby, as you hold a pen ready to capture the intricacies of your inner world. Journaling is more than just putting thoughts on paper. It is a profound Stoic technique that offers clarity and understanding, particularly when it comes to fear. In the self-reflective pages of Meditations, Marcus Aurelius captures his inner dialogue, revealing how this practice allowed him to examine emotions, distill wisdom, and confront inner turmoil. This tradition of introspective writing invites us to face our fears head-on, peeling back the layers of our thoughts to uncover their roots. By committing our reflections to paper, we create a space where fears can be recognized, analyzed, and ultimately understood. To begin your journaling journey, consider setting aside a few minutes each day to write about your fears and feelings. Ask yourself what triggers these fears and what they reveal about your deeper values or concerns. Writing transforms vague anxieties into concrete thoughts, making them easier to tackle. Reflect on how your fears have shaped your actions and decisions, and explore alternative outcomes if those fears were absent. For instance, take the story of Jane, a young professional who used journaling to conquer her overwhelming fear of public speaking. By chronicling her experiences and emotions surrounding this fear, she discovered a pattern of self-doubt rooted in past failures. Through her journal, Jane identified specific steps to address her fears, eventually transforming her anxiety into newfound confidence. This practice empowered her to approach public speaking with ease and grace. As you reflect on these insights, consider starting your own journaling practice. Which fears would you explore if you had the freedom to write them down without judgment? How might this process help you uncover new perspectives and cultivate resilience? By journaling, we embark on a journey of self-discovery, unlocking the potential within our fears to transform them into opportunities for growth and wisdom. Embrace this Stoic practice to illuminate your path toward a more centered and fearless existence. As the next challenge unfolds, let us delve into the Stoic insight surrounding the power of rational thought. Imagine being a navigator at sea. The waters are turbulent, the storm is fierce, yet you remain calm. With logic as your compass, you chart a course through the chaos. This imagery captures the Stoic belief that reason is a beacon amidst the tumult of fear and emotion. Seneca wisely stated, "Where reason can see its way, there fear cannot go," suggesting that rational thought can illuminate paths obscured by anxiety. By engaging our logical minds, we can unravel the complexities of our fears and gain a clearer perspective. This practice is more than intellectual exercise. It transforms how we perceive and respond to fear. By dissecting our fears with reason, we can differentiate between imagined threats and genuine concerns. Consider how a scientist approaches a complex problem. Breaking it down into smaller segments, analyzing each component logically until a solution emerges. This methodical process can be applied to fear, breaking it into manageable parts and examining each with clarity. Imagine a leader faced with a critical decision. Instead of succumbing to panic, they employ rational thought to weigh options and predict outcomes, steering their team through uncertainty. Both examples highlight the transformative power of reason in overcoming fear. To apply this principle in your own life, start by identifying a fear or source of stress. Analyze its origin and its impact on your emotions and actions. Ask yourself what assumptions underlie this fear and whether they hold true upon closer scrutiny. By systematically deconstructing these elements, you can often reveal the fear's logical flaws. This process brings fears out of the shadows, diminishing their power over you. Consider how this approach might change your perspective on a current challenge. How could rational thought clarify your path and empower you to face it with confidence? Reflect on how embracing reason as a guiding force can enable you to navigate life's storms with steadiness and resolve. By harnessing the power of rational thought, you cultivate resilience and clarity, transforming fear from an obstacle into an opportunity for growth. With the next phase of the journey in sight, let us draw together the insights explored and reflect on overcoming fear with Stoic wisdom. Throughout our journey, we've delved into potent Stoic principles that can fundamentally transform our relationship with fear. The dichotomy of control taught us to focus on what we can change while letting go of what we cannot. By shifting our attention to our internal states rather than external uncertainties, we cultivate a sense of peace and empowerment. Amma Fati, the love of fate, encourages us to embrace life's changes and challenges with open arms. This mindset transforms fear into an opportunity for growth, teaching us resilience as we learn to see every experience as valuable. Memento Mori, the reflection on mortality, instills an urgency to prioritize what truly matters and diminishes trivial fears. By contemplating our mortality, we are guided toward living more deliberately, focusing on meaning and purpose. As we explored, Stoic practices like the Premeditatio Malorum allow us to envision potential adversities, reducing the fear of the unknown and preparing us mentally for life's unpredictable challenges. Through cognitive reframing, we found ways to shift our perceptions and alter emotional responses to fear, empowering us with courage and clarity. Voluntary discomfort revealed how stepping out of our comfort zones can build resilience against fear, while accepting impermanence taught us to embrace change as a natural, inevitable part of life. Journaling for self-reflection offered a tool for introspection and understanding, helping us confront and manage our fears effectively. Lastly, the power of rational thought showed us how logic can dispel uncertainty and anxiety, paving our way through tumultuous emotions. Through this exploration, it is clear that Stoicism offers profound tools for overcoming fear, turning obstacles into opportunities for personal growth. Reflecting on these principles, we can embrace fear not as a hindrance but as a catalyst for strength and transformation. Seneca wisely noted, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality," reminding us to ground ourselves in reason and reality. As we conclude, consider how you might integrate Stoic principles into your daily life to overcome fear and build resilience. Take a moment to reflect on what fears you face and how Stoicism can empower you to navigate them with wisdom and calm. Finally, if you found value in our exploration, consider subscribing to our channel for more insights on Stoic wisdom. We would love to hear about your experiences with fear and Stoicism in the comments below. Your journey towards a more empowered and fearless life begins now. Thank you for joining us on this voyage, and we look forward to seeing you in the next chapter.